Hello everybody and welcome to our Season 1 roundup of our Chelsea career mode, and what a season it was. There was quite a bit that happened, a lot of good goals, a lot of good games, and a lot of trophies won. So basically this video, what it's going to be is we're just going to kind of go through, look at what we won, kind of how everyone did in those seasons, and just kind of break it down into different categories, and we'll see, you know, there's going to be like kind of like a best player of the year, best goal and all that. That stuff will be at the end. It'll be post commentary. Maybe I won't even have commentary over it. But anyways, though, it just was a great season all around. I just want to thank everyone who did follow this season. It was a lot of very productive, a lot of new followers along the way. So thank you to all of you guys. And let's get into this. All right, guys. So we're gonna start off with the Premier League table. As you guys can see, we did win it by 2 points over our rivals, Arsenal. Spurs were just a few more points behind in third. United gonna get the final Champions League spot in fourth. But it was a pretty good season for teams like Stoke, who finished fifth. Newcastle finishing 8th, which is pretty good for them. Bournemouth 10th, they're going to avoid the drop, and as you guys can see in the relegation zone, it's Aston Villa, Sunderland, and Norwich, which could actually happen in real life. A team that had a horrible season in this career mode in the first season is Liverpool, only missing out on the relegation by 2 points. I mean, it wasn't really good enough for them. The Klopp era did not start well for Liverpool in this career mode. Anyways, though, guys, let's actually have a look at the championship and see who's going to be getting promoted to the Premier League. Everybody, so here's the championship standings. As you guys can see, it is Middlesbrough and QPR are going to be going to the Premier League, and one of either Derby, Cardiff, Hull, or Nottingham who will be joining them in the top flight for next season and joining us in the Premier League. Alright, so here's the Community Shield. Basically, we're just going to be kind of walking through each thing. So we did win the Community Shield 1-0. Only the one game against Arsenal, which he didn't even really deserve to win. Pato actually got the goal in that game. It was one of our first, well, it was our first silverware, and it was a big goal from Pato, his first of the season. It was a great game for us, and it was super exciting, and then in the early stages of this series. So anyways, let's jump on to the next trophy. Alright, guys, so here's the bracket for the FA Cup, as you guys can see. So we beat City, we beat Newcastle, we beat Everton, and we just managed to edge Norwich in extra time a few videos back to win the FA Cup. It was a great run in the FA Cup for us. And yeah, let's jump on to the next one. Alright, so here's the Capital One Cup. We didn't do really well in this tournament, as you guys can see. We got knocked out by Stoke in the round of 16, so not a great showing for us in the Capital One Cup. But again, it wasn't really a big priority for me. Manchester United actually ending up with the Capital One Cup championship under their belt. And yeah. Alright, so here's a look at the Europa League. As you guys can see, Napoli actually going on to win themselves a Europa League against Schalke. So it was a good look for Napoli. I mean, we weren't involved in this tournament, thank goodness. And yeah, even though at this point in real life for Chelsea, I'd be taking Europa League. But as you guys can see, there's some pretty decent teams. Wolfsburg in there, who just actually beat Real Madrid today. In the Champions League, which was pretty crazy. Marseille's in there, Leverkusen, Tottenham getting beat up by Napoli. Napoli having a pretty solid run. They actually had to beat Leverkusen on penalties, it looks like, to go through. But they did go on to beat Marseille, and they won 2-0 in the final. Pretty comfortable 2-0 win. And alright, guys, this is the big one, the Champions League. As you can see, absolutely embarrassing Arsenal in the Champions League, a 5-0 rout of the Gunners, which was pretty crazy. I mean, I didn't really expect it to be like that, but as you can see, pretty much almost all of our things ended up in pretty big score lines, but over 2 legs. But that one was only a singular game, so quite a domination of Arsenal, and what a good cup run it was. And yeah, we beat our rivals in the final, which made it even better. Alright, so jumping into the stats portion of the episode here, as you guys can see, we've got the Premier League stats. The top goal scorer is Harry Kane with 19 goals, a pretty good season for him. Our top scorer had 13 with Eden Hazard, who was absolutely fantastic for us this year. If we scroll down a little bit, I don't even know if there's any other Chelsea players in the top 25 here, no, but as you guys can see, those are the top 25. Okazaki in there as well for Leicester. Jamie Vardy sitting 6th, he had a great season. And Kane, Sanchez, Welbeck, Hazard, and Pelosi for Swansea having an awesome season. And he's doing really well in our Swansea career mode as well. Anyways, let's go have a look at the assists here. So as you guys can see, Mata winning the most assists in the season, former Chelsea man. And Pelosi doing absolutely, again, a fantastic. He was up there in the assists as well. Oscar and Pedro level on 5 assists were our top guys. And as we scroll down here, I think there's one more Chelsea player toward the bottom here. And no, it doesn't look like there is. So Pedro and Oscar are top guys in assists. Both was 5. Oscar didn't even get that many games, so that's pretty impressive for him. And if we jump over to clean sheets, Courtois by a landslide. Oh my goodness, 27-14. Tim Howard sitting 2nd. I think Tim Howard's actually leaving Everton at the end of the season, so that's quite a bummer for Everton. But yeah, Courtois probably goalkeeper of the year for sure. 27 clean sheets. But again, he didn't really face too many shots, so yeah. As well, we'll scroll down here so you guys can see the top 25. Lloris going to round out the top 25 with only 3 clean sheets for Hugo Lloris. Not a great showing for him this season. Yellow cards, Teddy is dominating the yellow cards here, 9. And I mean, there's no Chelsea players in here. I'd only received a few yellow cards, and I believe it was only our biggest total was 2 with Nemanja Matic. So not too. We weren't very aggressive this season, but we managed to get her done. All right, so red cards, Leighton Baines and Nacho Monreal getting the most red cards in this season was 3 each. Delaney, Catamol, Schneiderlin in there as well, but only a few players getting more than 1 red card this season. And yeah, so that's the red cards, not a whole lot of them. And yeah, so let's jump on to the next competition. Alright, so here we are with the FA Cup stats. We've got Vidra winning the Golden Boot here in the FA Cup with 5 goals. Norwich's Naismith finishing second. And remember, it was Norwich who actually made it all the way to the final, and we faced them. And yeah, so here's, I don't know if there's going to be any Chelsea players. Yeah, Victor Moses, who was on loan for us this season. So that's our top guy, is Victor Moses. And yeah, no actual Chelsea players that actually played with us this season here. Again, Moses is on top of the assists almost. He's got 3 assists, so he had a really good FA Cup year this year, Victor Moses. He was very impressive. No Chelsea players in the top 25 in either goals or assists, but we did manage to win the trophy, so I'm not super upset about that. Begovic getting 2 clean sheets for us. He's our top clean sheet guy. And yeah, still, he's the only guy on Chelsea. He's our first actual Chelsea player. Courtois in there actually as well with 2 clean sheets. So both goalkeepers getting 2 clean sheets. And if we jump over to yellow cards, it's Brown, Innes, Jack Yelka, and O'Shea, the top 2 Premier League players. Or Innes is actually the top Premier League player with the most yellow cards. And Gareth Barry, not a huge surprise. He's getting a red card. And yeah, so that's the FA Cup. Let's jump on to the next one. Alright, so here's the Champions League stats. As you guys can see, Mandzukic getting the Golden Boot. I'm only doing the tournaments that we were involved in, so I'm not going to do the Europa League top scorer or the Capital One Cup, really. I mean, we weren't really involved in the Capital One Cup, let's be real. So yeah, we're going to jump straight to the Champions League, and as you guys can see, we had 2 goal scorers in the top 3. Dybala, I believe, probably got a few of those goals for Juventus on their way through the group stages at least. And Hazard getting 6 for us, so he was absolutely inspirational in our Champions League triumph. Fabregas, who just seemed to score all the time in the Champions League, didn't really score in the league for us, but Champions League he was absolutely insane, scoring 4 goals for us and getting into that top 10 as well. Willian as well getting into the top 20 with a 3-goal showing for Chelsea, and yeah, that's the top scorers in the Champions League. Alright, so the assists here, as you guys can probably see on screen, Dybala getting 4 assists, which I believe he probably got some of those for Juventus as well, and I don't know if we have any. Yeah, so we've got a few Chelsea players. We've got Hazard on 2 and Willian on 2 as well, and Oscar on 2. So Oscar did really well with assists. Busquets getting 2 as well, so we had quite a few players in this top 25 in assists, which is good to see. Jumping over to clean sheets, again it's Courtois on top with 9 clean sheets. I believe you only play a maximum of 10 Champions League games, because if you have the 6 group stage games, and then you got the 16, the 8, the 4, and the final. So yeah, he basically got clean sheets in 9 out of the 10 games, which is absolutely awesome. And Buffon and Neuer and Cech all in that top 5 with Bravo as well. De Gea is actually at Barcelona. I didn't even know that, but he's on that list as well, sitting in 6th. Yellow cards going to Alonso with 5 yellow cards in 10 games. Not a great showing for Alonso and Bernat, both from Bayern Munich. And Torre Mascherano, I don't believe we'll have anybody on this list. No. If we jump over to red cards, it's Lombards and Gabriel with 2. Alright, so I thought I'd show our highest growing player. I mean, it's not going to go into our presentation at the end where I kind of do like an end of the season compilation of what was the best and stuff. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek on a shout here for most growth. 73 overall. He's still not really good enough for the first team yet. But he's getting there, and by the end of the second season, he'll probably be quite a regular starter. So yeah, basically, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, it's going to be just a compilation after this of just kind of the best and the worst of the series. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this series, or season 1 anyway. We will be back later on, maybe in a month or 2, to show you guys season 2. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed season 1. If you did, remember to leave a like down below. And remember to tune into our new career mode. It's actually really tight. I'm just in the middle of the voting right now. It's between FC Cologne and Palermo. Remember to go comment on that if you guys already haven't. And until next time, guys, take care. No! No, that's not what oh my goodness, what a save from Courtois to keep it 1-0 Chelsea. That was absolutely a horrible mistake from me there. And that's a good ball. I mean, that is quality ball, and it's 2-1. Eden Hazard getting his 13th goal of the season, and it's 2-1 Chelsea. Not much of a celebration from Hazard as he just grabbed the... Gets by one. Plays the wrong guy. But a... Oh my god! That's goal of the series right there. And he somehow has kept the ball, and it's 1-0 Roma. Oh my goodness gracious. What are we... Are you... Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if I can deal with that, actually. What is... Why didn't Courtois grab... I want to actually watch the replay, because I don't know what has gone on here. But Zuma... Oh my goodness, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. Go down the middle. Yes! Yes, he did it! He fell for it. And here, driving low. And it's a penalty for us now, and now we have a chance to level the game at 1-1. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We did score! Okay, for Kennedy. Kennedy driving to the box, and he's taken down again in the second penalty in the game. In this series yet. And it's stopped by Chesney. What a save. I shouldn't have went the same way. I knew that. I shouldn't have went the same way. And that ball has actually stayed in play because of the corner flag. Gets by one. Plays the wrong guy. But a... Oh my god. That's goal of the series right there.